once again on the floor. I was doing my sit-ups. I've done all my sit-ups. I've done. I still have some wall push-ups to do. However, I'm going to leave that for a little bit. I have pushed myself, and I have extended that 60 sit-ups to 70 sit-ups, and so I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I am going to go for a walk today with the cat. It does look a little bit like we might get a little bit of rain today, but the weather report says we're not, so I'm going to take that chance. I'm going to take my cat for my 8-kilometer walk, and I think I need it. I need a walk to clear my mind, to clear the air in my cavity here, in this space here, because of the fact that I've been dealing with a lot of stress lately, and it's starting to take its toll on me. I had a great day yesterday. It was amazing. I did some thrifting. I went to my favorite store and I got some products and stuff. And I'm just kind of seeing my life, and I'm kind of looking at it and saying, well, okay, I do this routine every day. Well, you know what? I'm starting to get bored with the routine. I'm starting to want to do something else. I want to do something else. Now, the project that I was involved in, the volunteer project, that's kind of left on the sidelines because of some things that are taking place in that agency. So I'm kind of not able to put myself out there. I'm not able to do the volunteerism that I wanted to do. So that's on the sidelines, but not forever, just for a short period of time. I have been out to my friend's place in the country, and I was a little, I was very rested. I found it very restful, okay, so I enjoyed that. However, circumstances warrant that I won't be able to make that trip for a period of time again. So there are little obstacles that are going up in front of me. And yesterday, when I was out walking, I was thinking, you know what, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a vision board, because there are things that I want to have in my life that I don't have. Now, I used to drive a car. I had a beautiful car. I had a little Honda Coupe, and I had to sell it because of someone's jealousy toward the fact that I had one. They put Coke in my, I think it's called carburetor. Anyway, they destroyed it, so I had to sell it to someone who knew what they were doing, and they fixed it. And I didn't have the possibility to fix it, but I lost my car. Well, I didn't lose that. I sold it. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm tired of being. I'm a very independent woman. Okay, and I have been for many, many years. Single parent, the whole bit, right? Nobody helped me get my career. Nobody paid for it. I paid for my own career. I worked and paid for my education. However, I'm bored. I'm bored with my life. I really, truly am. I have a wonderful life. Don't get me wrong. I wake up in the morning, I feel happy that the good Lord has let me be on this earth still, okay, and I could have died many years ago. I could have a lot of health issues that I've been working on, right? So yeah, I feel blessed, but I'm feeling a yearning for. I used to travel all the time. I would jump in my car and I would go. I would go visit my kids, go visit my friends. I would even drive to go have breakfast in a small little town, okay? So, and I was working back then, so I could afford it. I could afford to do it. I'm disabled now, apparently. There are a lot of health issues that I still have to be leery on, and I am. I'm very leery on them. I'm very cautious with them, and that's, my skin cancer and my heart problems. And so, yeah, I'm very, very cautious, but I'm bored. I'm tired of doing me in this tiny space. I want to spread my wings a little bit, right? I want to travel. I want to go places. Well, at this point in time, I can't afford to. I'm saving for a trip that I would be taking with a group of other women, seniors my age, and their spouses. Now it's just me, so I don't have a spouse, right? So it's kind of frustrating because I don't have someone to grow old with and to share those things with. But you know what? I don't care. Like, whatever. I might be the odd one out, but I'm okay with that. However, I was talking to some seniors the other day who are like me, who are still, still got their faculties as much as we can. And they jump in their car. It's a husband and wife. They jump in their car and they go for breakfast. They travel to neighboring towns. They go thrifting. They go antiquing. Just maybe not even to buy things, but just to look, right? So they have that independence still, and I miss that. But I don't have a vehicle. So I was offered a vehicle at one time that I could utilize as my own. However, that deal fell through. So I've been thinking, I wonder if I could, afford to get a small vehicle. And I was looking at one, and I could. It's a couple of thousand, which I could accumulate. I could save. I truthfully can. I just have to kind of like really tighten the ropes on the spending. Okay, and I do a lot of thrifting. But the other day I spent $20 and I bought brand new sandals. I bought 3 outfits, all for $20. You can't beat it, right? So I can be very, very frugal. And I seen a small little truck, It's like it wasn't a Toyota truck, but it was a small truck, and it was something I could handle, and it was something that I thought, I would love to have a truck. Can you think about it, right? I wouldn't have to, and I am planning a move to the country, so I wouldn't have to kiss anybody's royalty in order to move my belongings myself. Put it on the truck and off I go, right? The easier to pack up a kitchen and put it in a truck and drive it, put it in the cupboard sort of thing. So I'm kind of thinking ahead of the box. I'm thinking out of the box. I'm thinking, okay, when, right? It's called manifestation. So when I move, when I'm putting the stuff in the kitchen, I can move it myself. And I would absolutely love to purchase a little car or a little truck, one or the other. So I was looking at it. And that's one of the things that are going to be on my manifestation list. I'm going to make a vision board, and I'm going to put the things that I want to manifest in my life. Now, I've done it before. And the truth is, it worked. It really, truthfully did. There was a period of time in my life when I was working for someone else and making money for someone else. And I thought, I could do this on my own, right? And I wanted to be in management because I was tired of doing all the dirt work and everybody else was getting the laurels. And the very next day, I was looking online, I seen a job, I applied to it, and boom, I got it. So, and it was in management. And so those things can happen. Don't think they can't. Now, I would love to manifest a couple of million, right? So I could take care of the people that I love, but it hasn't happened yet. And when it does, I'm sure it's because the big fella up there has said, okay, it's your time. But at this point in time, I'm kind of thinking about maybe purchasing another vehicle. It would be an expense because, you have monthly insurance, right? And those type of things. So it would be a very big expense for me at this point in time, and a payment on a vehicle. So what I'm thinking is what I need to do is save enough money to buy a small little cheap car, okay? And then I have enough for the monthly payments. Now the upkeep would be another matter, right? Like changing the oil and things like that. So that would be done as deemed fit. But I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated with the fact that I have this lack of mobility. And it's not a lack of mobility because I can't walk. It's a lack of mobility because I don't have any transport. I don't have, even to go to the grocery store, I have to walk to it. So I take my cart and I walk whatever distance I need to go to get my groceries, okay? So even to have a vehicle for those things. So I can understand how seniors who are still living at home and trying to exist in their home, that I can understand the heartache that they go through or the hardships that they go through, because Like in the wintertime, it's hell. It's hell. I gotta get bundled up. I gotta be careful I don't get hit because I don't walk as fast as I used to. So, to cross the road, it's a little bit dangerous. And nowadays, like, it's almost like they see you crossing the road and they speed up. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's like, bowling balls. Like, it's like they see you cross and it's like right at that point, that's when they gun her, right? Or they try to make that yellow light and they end up hitting someone. So, yeah, there's a lot of dangers as you're getting older and you're trying to get the products that you need. And so there's a lot of agencies that will do shopping for the elderly. But I don't want to be that elderly. I don't want to be that person. I want to be independent. I want to do it on my own. And I knew so many people growing up, the elders that I knew from my hometown, and I grew up in a really small village, and they were so self-sufficient. I knew one fella, and I lived out in the farm as a young girl, and I knew one fella that would walk to town daily, and not because he had to, but because he wanted to. Yeah, and he was an old fella. He was like up in his 70s, and he lived a long time. So you know what I'm saying? It's like I would like to be that senior. You know what I mean? I would love to have a little. I don't even need a homestead. I just need like a little tiny place out in the country, have a garden, and be self-sufficient that way, and hang my clothes on the clothesline. But you know what? It's not the horse and buggy days. At least not where I live, right, or where I wish to live. It's not horse and buggy. I wouldn't be able to do that, so I would need a small car. Now, I need a small car would be cheap insurance, that would be reliable. So there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, and there's a lot of obstacles that are put up in front of seniors as we're aging, and the things that we need to incorporate into our lives to keep our lives. I mean, we deserve to have interesting lives. Just because I'm in my 60s and I'm on that downside doesn't mean that I don't need to keep my mind active. I do. I truthfully do. And that's, hobbies for seniors. There's like a lot of agencies that supply those type of activities. I don't belong to any of those agencies yet, and I don't really want to. I want to do this on my own, and I have been. I've been thriving on my own now since it's been about 8 years that I've been dealing with illness after illness. I mean, cancer and heart problems. And, I'm tired of living in my illness. I don't want to live in my illness. I want to live in my body. I want to live in my mind. And so those are things that I'm focused on at this point in time. And so today is going to be a walk day. I'm going to get out and about and get my cat out and about, because I think our animals need fun too. I notice that when my cat is bored, he will come to me for attention. He will come to me, he will start playing with my feet or whatever, just to get that little bit of attention. And you know what? I understand it. I understand it. I've been there. When you haven't talked to anyone in a matter of days and you're sequestered in your home as a senior, you can get stir crazy. And you start to lose your memory, and you start to lose, you don't feel like getting up and taking a shower. You feel like getting up and maybe, washing your face and wiping things down that need to be wiped down, and that's about it, right? So I can understand that. And I worked in the field. So I worked with people who were in long-term cares, and I seen it firsthand, and I am experiencing it firsthand now. And I'm telling you, I don't like the feeling. So maybe this will spur somebody out there who's in that field to create some type of program for the seniors who are aging in place or aging at home, okay? Maybe, just maybe, there's someone out there who is, a personal support care worker or a home health care aide, and maybe they're going to get a thought in their head, and they're going to think, you know what, I could start a business doing that, because there's a need for it. And families will pay for their loved ones to have activities during the week, for you to go in and do hobbies, or go and pick the seniors up at their homes, take them to an agency and do activities. I mean, they do it with home support all the time. They do it at these long-term care units. But they don't do it often. They have, a couple of days during the week where there's certain activities, people come in, they have musicians come in, things like that, right? My thought on it is that music heals, right? So to have seniors in a situation or an environment where there's music playing all the time, and I don't mean headbanging, pants down to your ankle type music, okay? I'm not talking rap. I'm talking about geared to their age, right? I cannot stand that headbanging, swearing, sexual content music. I can't stand it. I change the channel. And most of the people I know don't like it either, okay? I don't know what generation likes that kind of music, but I don't. So, I mean, that's not up to me. You do you and I do me. But in a senior residence, that is not the type of music that I think should be played. They like music kind of mellows the soul, right? So music that is geared to their age. And that's what I think. We used to have, when I worked, we used to have a guy who played the fiddle, and he would come in once a week, and he would spend maybe half an hour, and he would play some music for the seniors, and they loved it. You would see their eyes light up, and you would see that sparkle, that little twinkle in their eyes, okay? And that memory would trigger a memory in a lot of the seniors, and you'd see them swaying back and forth, and things like that. So I want to be an active senior, and I want to encourage you to, if you have aging parents, okay, spend that time with them. They need that connection. They need that communication. They need that connection to other people, to other places, even to take them out of, if they're in long-term care, to go and pick them up and take them out for the day, even if you're just taking them for a drive, right? Do it. Someday your shoes are going to be, or your feet are going to be in their shoes. Yeah, someday. And it happens. And I wouldn't want anyone to have that karma. It's lonely as hell being a senior. I choose to be alone. I choose not to be in a relationship, but companionship, yeah, I would opt for companionship. But to live with somebody, I wouldn't do that. I don't have the end for that. I don't have the need for that. I have a tabby, and that's all I need. However, to meet a group of friends and go shopping or go out for coffee, I would love that. But most of the people I know in the area I'm in, they've already crossed the bridge, or they've already gone to the other side. They're living in long-term care, and some of my best friends have passed. Some of the people that I knew as a young woman growing up, they're no longer with us. And so there is a disconnect. And that is a big thing. That is a big thing with seniors. And, you feel isolated. You feel disconnected. You don't feel like you have anyone left. Yeah, everybody's living their life. And nowadays, financially, you have to work. And many people I know, even family members, are working double shifts in order to pay the bills. And so that's what I'm saying, is that a lot of the times we are the neglected, we are the forgotten. And I am saying to you, don't let that happen, okay? Don't close that book yet. We're not ready to stop reading the story of our life. So just be aware of that, and take that extra time that you need to spend with your ailing parents or your aging parents, okay? Because it's needed. It's stronger than medication. So I shall see you on the next video, and hopefully maybe I've manifested a vehicle, or maybe I've manifested the lottery. You never know. Anyway, I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing. Bye.